Draco wore a ring for the last 4 films. I managed to steal or borrow one of those. As long as no one in this room is working for Warner Brothers, it should be alright.
Well, whatever happens in this room stays in this room, okay?
Good call, yeah.
That's the rules.
Well, at least half of you are filming this, yeah.
It's not going on the internet
Of course
or
not.
anything.
No!
No!
Alright, I shall keep my profanities to a minimum, Mark. Do you know
I don't think they want that. Oh, let's go! Number 1, let's go!
Alright, Jen Campbell from Northwest Indiana.
Hi, Jen Campbell.
I just wanted to know, we don't get to see Draco's Patronus. What animal would it be?
Oh man, you're going to get me in trouble straight away. I'm going to answer this wrong.
Sorry.
What's the right answer? I mean, it's a snake, right? Surely. No?
Alright, thank you. Thank you so much.
I would say actually, if it was realistic, maybe a dog. Or a ferret. Maybe the ferret, yeah, okay, alright.
They are kind of Weasley.
Yeah, we'll roll with the ferret, okay.
Hi, I'm Taylor from Wisconsin.
Hi.
And I was just like, thank you for coming today. And out of all 8 Harry Potter movies, what was the favorite scene to shoot?
It's a tough question, and I hate to give you a boring answer, really, but it's kind of like someone asking you what was your favourite day at school of the last 9-10 years. It's very hard to kind of...
You went for 9 or 10 years?
It is, yeah. It's kind of hard to pick one. I suppose the obvious ones were some of the big scenes that we got to do with the last scene of the last film where we were in the courtyard with Voldemort down one end and all the goodies at the other. That was quite a western showdown that I enjoyed taking part in. Other than that, we smashed the life out of a bathroom in the 6th film, Daniel and I. That was pretty cool. No worries, thank you.
Hi, I'm Katie.
Hi, Katie.
I don't know if you know about a Harry Potter musical.
I'd be getting under a rock if I had it.
What do you think about Lauren Lopez's portrayal of Draco Malfoy?
I think she should have got the part. I don't know why. She should be sitting up here, not me, really. She certainly has oozes of comedy value, that's for sure. I haven't met her yet. I'd like to. She's not here, is she? She's at Leaky. How do you find out that Leaky was on yesterday? This is incredible. I'm so out of the loop. But yeah, no, it took me actually a couple of times to fully appreciate the humour and the music, etc. But yeah, obviously, I mean, those guys have done amazing off the back of it. I was saying to someone earlier, it's one of the greatest things that's been a byproduct of Harry Potter is all the amazing artwork and crazy comical YouTube videos that guys have managed to come up with off the back of it. So yeah, I'm
Have you read the fan fiction?
I've dabbled. I've struggled. Some worrying illustrations people have put together.
So
not photographs, might I add.
Are you happy they didn't go 50 Shades of Grey with it?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, don't encourage. I can see it now. 50 Shades of Draco or something like that. Let me knock that on the head before anyone starts there. I've got off on a tangent. What was the original question?
The next one.
Alright, good call.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Olivia, and I was wondering, since I know you've worked with music before and you released an album, are you planning on releasing anything else? Because you're kind of phenomenal.
Bless you. That's a very sweet statement. I hope so. I mean, thank you very much for giving it the time of day, really. It's quite humbling to hear that someone's done that. So yeah, I've only ever made it for fun. It's always been something that I enjoy doing. Actually, I have my guitar with me in the hotel room, and every night I come back, I always have a little jam. So yeah, I'm not sure why that's cute, but okay. It's not a puppy or anything. But yeah, I certainly enjoy doing it, and it thrills me every time I hear that someone's managed to appreciate it. So for that reason alone, I think I should keep striving on to make some more. Thank you, lovely.
Hi, I'm Emily from Chicago, and I had a question. In the last movie, that very awkward hug with you and Voldemort, I am curious, was that in the original script, or did you discover it in rehearsal? How did that come about?
This comes up a lot at conventions. No, it was definitely not in the script, nor was it in the 35 takes we've done previously. Rafe somehow, Rafe is he's a fantastic actor, obviously, but he's also someone that you have to stay on your toes with a bit, because he does stuff different the next take. It was sublimely awkward, as you can imagine. I had no idea where this was going. I just found myself in the clutches of Voldemort. Yeah, it's pretty bloody terrifying. I didn't know what he was going to do next. But amazingly, that was the one that made the cut. I couldn't believe it. We did literally 40 takes, and that was the one that they chose. And even weirder than that, I recall the 2 premieres vividly. In England, when that moment happened, there was almost like in the room, sort of terror, you know, like, what's he going to do to this young boy? Easy. And then, but in America, I'm not sure if you can imagine this, but literally the place burst into laughter. As if it was the funniest thing they'd ever seen. So it's wonderful to see the differences of how 2 audiences can appreciate, you know, different parts of the work. So yeah, I'm glad it got in there. I think it was a pretty cool moment.
Thank you.
He's a great hugger. Thank you.
Hi Tom,
Hi.
I'm Laurel from the suburbs of Chicago.
Awesome.
I should preface this question by saying I've heard of your interest in the outdoors and the environment.
Sure.
And I'm actually going to be doing an internship myself with a small not-for-profit conservation thing. Anyways.
Welcome wrong.
Right.
I like that.
Anyways, so I'm really asking this question more for the purpose of my own personal amusement.
Okay.
And you don't have to answer it. I'm probably going to make a complete idiot of myself.
Right.
But will you be my transatlantic tree hugger buddy? My own personal amusement. Also, I have a gift for you. It's a drawing. I don't know if I can.
I'll come get it.
All right, awesome. Wow, I'm boggled. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll hug some trees with you. Sure, sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how reliable I'll be in the day, but I'll certainly show willing, yeah. Good luck with it. I hope it goes well. Hug those trees. All right. Hello, lovely. Hi.
My name is Destiny.
Hi, Destiny.
I have a question.
Cool.
In the last movie, if you could play, like, not your character, you could play you, would you stay for the fight, or would you leave it, like you did?
Morality.
Yeah, I would probably just I would have legged it to the room of requirement by now. I'd be kicking back on the sofa, just watching the whole thing play out. I don't really know. Really, it's a tricky spot. I can't. It's odd. I can't really imagine it any other way. As far as I kind of feel like that was me in a way. I know it's obviously not, but Draco in a weird way is me. So it's hard to imagine what I would actually do in that situation. Let alone if Hogwarts was real. I mean, you're really tripping me out now. This is getting deep. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do something quite as cowardly as him, but I'm no Harry Potter, let's face it.
I'll take the next question.
Incredibly supportive, I do love it. I can't put a foot wrong.
I feel like I had better hair.
Brilliant.
Hi Tom,
Hi.
I'm Kate from Wisconsin.
Okay.
My question is, it's actually not Harry Potter related.
Okay.
Where did you get the inspiration for your character in Planet of the Apes? Because he was so much more terrible than Draco ever was. and you're so nice in person, so where did you get that from?
It was easy. In the first few pages, it described him as, the first time we meet Dodge, he mocks Caesar. You know, does a sort of fake chimp impression to say how stupid you are. And I think all the Western world sympathise with defenceless animals, so to see this guy deliberately provoking them just for fun is hard to see. Used to give the benefit of the doubt to someone like that. So yeah, I don't think it was a conscious decision. It was just purely in the writing. Rick Jaffa and his lovely wife wrote a great screenplay, and I didn't need much convincing to take part in that. So, but I'm glad you liked it for sure. They're doing another one, I think.
Oh,
rumors are, yeah.
Really?
Well, you did an amazing American accent.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
How do you lose your accent? Why can British actors play Americans, but Americans can't play British?
Yeah, they can.
Terrible.
No, there's some very convincing. Well, okay, yeah, you got it. It's something that we enjoy. We've grown up with American. You know, we forget that pretty much 75% of our TV and our films and our music is from you guys. So we kind of have a natural. You know, when I was 10 years old, I was trying to be Eminem, so I had to a lot of American accents practice for sure.
Next question. Hi, I'm Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca.
I know you've been to Wizarding World in Orlando before.
Awesome.
My friends and I are actually going in a few weeks.
Great.
What's your favorite part?
Ah, man, there's lots to look forward to. I won't lie. You could spend all day in there and a few $1,000 while you're at it. It's very cool. I love the food and the drink. It's kind of an obvious thing that none of the food or drink when we did the film was actually what it was supposed to be. The butterbeer was just orange juice with cream on it or something naff like that. So it's great that they managed to. They've literally had some of the world's finest chefs create all these dishes for real. So there's butterbeer and endless other stuff at the Flourish and Blots and the. Sorry, remind me, what's the sweet shop? Thank you. Sorry, my memory's like a sieve. Yeah, I spent about an hour in there and felt thoroughly sick on ecstasy. So I can recommend that for sure.
How was it walking through what they created? It wasn't a sound stage. It was the actual real thing.
Yeah, it's awesome. So it's another thing for you guys when you see the film. Obviously, you only see the glorious bits that are in front of the camera. Most of the stuff that we saw was just a derelict old shed with dripping roofs and asbestos on the walls. So it was nice for us to go to Orlando and actually see it as it should be. You know, where one shop actually links to the next shop, not to some Portaloo or something like that. So yeah, it was really cool, and it's a great thing that Stuart Craig, the production designer, and Gianni, the costume designer, got to do so much work. And I think it's a great job, and I think again they're opening more of those around the world. So yeah, it turns out they're pretty popular.
I'm Melissa from Indianapolis.
Hi.
I just had a question. Now that the Harry Potter films are over, do you have anything in particular when you're looking for film roles now? Are you looking as far away from Draco? Do you have anything in particular looking for when you're looking for your next job?
Anything that sort of steers me towards being Bond, James Bond one day. Whatever works. Yeah, that's true. I don't really. Anything that challenges me. I think the worst part to play with being myself. You constantly be second guessing everything that you ever did. Where it's really nice to play someone like Draco, although he's quite a complex character. He's very black and white in many respects, so it's nice to think when you are playing a character, this is exactly what he would do, and there's no kind of second guessing there. So, yeah, anything that's as different as possible. Not necessarily bad guys. I got to play a heroic French prince in a TV series that I recently did, so that was just as fun, riding horses and killing the bad guys. I enjoyed that. So, yeah, anything that takes me out of the muggle world of today, really. Thank you.
I'm Dorothy from Chicago.
Hi, lovely.
My family went to England for our trip.
Awesome. How do we treat you? The hesitation spoke volume.
We went to where you filmed the scene where you turned into a ferret under the tree.
Yes.
And I was wondering how fun it was to film it.
It was awesome. It took me months to learn how to do that. It's a tricky. I'd love to do it for you now, but it's exhausting. It was cool. It was great fun. The only story I can remember of that vividly is that it was written that I was to reappear naked. You know, so all the clothes are gone, and then just to run across the courtyard butt naked. They told me about half an hour before that they weren't going to do that. Thank God.
Were you doing some extra crunches that morning?
I was just not looking forward to it really at all. There were hundreds of people there. Yeah, it was cold. It wouldn't have been a pretty show.
I'll take the next question.
I don't know why I shared that with you.
We have a lot of hearts aflutter right now.
Hey, I'm Susan. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. And I wanted to start with telling you last November, I went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter for the Harry Potter celebration, and which you didn't attend. But anyway, I went to a Harry Potter panel, and as soon as I got up there and I said I was from Birmingham, Alabama, Mark Williams said, "Hey, I'm from Birmingham too." And I don't know where my brain was, but I chimed in with, "Well, Americans pronounce it correctly." And just joking, and then Warwick Davis chimed in with, "Well, we invented a language." So anyway, I'm getting to my question. I really am. So my question is, have you ever had any issues you pronounce something in, not the way.
She said it correctly.
Do you mean like aluminium or root, all the words that you guys say differently?
Or just we call something different.
Well, again, I've watched enough American TV to know that a fanny is something very different over here. A bathroom is something very different over here. Yeah, lots of different words that, yeah, I'm not going to go into it because there's quite a few. But yeah, no, I've been lucky enough to, generally be understood most of the time. I'm trying to think of any awkward scenarios, and I'm sure there has been plenty, but probably none that are suitable for a young kid. So, thank you for your questions, Susan.
All right, thank
Cheers,
you.
lovely.
Real quickly, Mark Williams, I'm not sure if he got the cue that I was trying to be funny, so I don't think I'd ever be invited over to the police.
All right, we'll take the next question.
My question is, which of the Harry Potter books is your favorite?
It's always going to be the second one for me, The Chamber of Secrets. I didn't actually particularly enjoy reading as a youngster. It wasn't something that was very done for me, really, other than the Goosebumps series. R.L. Stein, keep kicking it. I love him. No, it was kind of a new thing. I was probably the last of hundreds of friends and kids and stuff to actually get around to it. But the second one kind of provoked my inner Harry Potter fan, so since then I was kind of a bit of a die-hard fan. It got me into reading again, which I'm incredibly grateful for JK doing that.
Hi, I'm Jessie. I'm from Indiana, and
Hi, Jessie.
I don't know if you know this, but apparently Daniel Radcliffe broke like 80 wands during filming the whole Harry Potter series.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you broke any wands.
No, I couldn't break any wand. Daniel can do whatever he likes, can't he? Just snap them for fun. No, I think that was a slight exaggeration, to be fair. I'm not sure whether I've played it before, but again, I never started to snap one. I don't know what he's doing with these things in his spare time.
Snapping them so we can keep them.
I'm not sure, yeah. Either way, I know there were very few actually broken. Most of them were rubber, in case we poked ourselves with them. Like we were complete idiots. So there wasn't much chance of us doing any damage with that.
Hi, I'm Mary Pat. We have a question going back to Planet of the Apes.
Sure.
We want to know if you actively went for that role or if they came after you for that role.
A little bit of both, I think. It's a really weird industry where sometimes you can spend months fighting for a part and it doesn't go your way, and there are other times where it comes out of nowhere and they want you to start work tomorrow. And on that one, it was luckily a bit of both. I actually only just finished Harry Potter, and I was on holiday in Italy with my lovely girlfriend, and they called and said, yeah, would you mind coming to Vancouver next week to meet Rupert Wyatt, the director, and maybe be in his new Rise of the Apes film. And yeah, I was on a plane the same night. I didn't need much convincing. So yeah, they kind of half came after me, but I jumped on their backs when they gave me the chance. That's not an actual expression, but you got what I meant, right? You got what I meant. As long as the message was right. Hi.
Hi, I'm Amy from Michigan.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good.
Right.
I have a 7-year-old, and she's kind of, representative of the new generation of Harry Potter fans.
Sure.
And I can't wait to get her into the books. I'm waiting until she's a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think that in this age of where everything seems to be getting rebooted every other year, I think we're on 16 Spider-Man. It's
yeah,
crazy.
sure.
Do you think the Harry Potter films will ever get rebooted?
I hate to sound put the business hat on, but I think as long as there's enough demand for these ones, then they'll keep just re-releasing these ones in 4D and smell-o-vision.
Do you want to see yourself in 3D?
No, not particularly, but this is my guess to where they're going to go with it. Within the next 10 years, I wouldn't be surprised if they re-released all of them again in 5D or whatever it is. And then maybe, 20, 30 years' time, they'll think to remake it. I've already booked the part of Lucius if they do, so... Yeah, I'd like to one day, who knows? But yeah, I'm pleased to hear the murmurs of no's when you ask that question. It's nice to know that you guys like the originals. Alright, awesome.
Next.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Evelina from Canada.
Hey.
Yeah.
Right.
One move. So, as we all know, there's the Harry Potter franchise. guys created a ton of merchandise, and I was wondering, what is the weirdest thing you've ever seen your face on?
A lot of stuff. One of the weird things is we don't get a lot of the merchandise in England. We're not that, I guess there isn't quite the same market for it. But in these places, oh my lord, I've never seen some, I have a collectible bust. What the hell is a collectible bust? I saw one earlier, I was amazed. So yeah, that was pretty weird. Whatever, I mean, I don't know what you do with these busts. Who even decided on that name? It's terrible. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of weird. Dolls, I remember getting given a toy of Draco, my brother taking great pleasure in snapping his legs off. So yeah, those things were cool. Lego, I was a huge Lego fan, so to have my own Lego character, yeah, I can die.
Do you collect much of your merchandise?
What's that, sorry?
Do you collect a lot?
I don't, but it's something that I want to do. I was blessed
Have a
earlier.
shrine to yourself, maybe?
I don't know about that, but I like the idea of 50, 60 years being able to show my kids, look, this is what I used to look like when I was young. But yeah, it's actually one of the things that I've never done. I have very little merchandise or any kind of paraphernalia over the years, but I'm lucky that now, going to these places and stuff, I get to pick some stuff up. I was very, very kindly given a lot of posters for all the films that I've been in so far. So again, not that I have a shrine up in my kitchen or anything, but I like the idea of one day having an office where I could put posters up maybe or something like that.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you, lovely.
Hello.
Hey.
Sorry. I'm really nervous right now, so.
So am I. My heart's racing, you don't even know.
Alright, so, what is the most creative thing you've seen Harry Potter fans do or make?
There's no end. I mean, literally, the creative spirit just seems to be endless. It has to be this fan fiction stuff, because we only touched on that lightly. I mean, I can understand why someone might write a fan fiction about Harry running off with Hermione or you know, whatever it may be, but a whole 80 pages of Draco and an apple?
So you have read it?
I know of it, yeah. It took me years to know what the hell it was about. I was like, oh yeah, he held an apple in the sixth film. I just thought it was randomly they plucked an apple.
You get asked a lot about the Drarry, I heard.
The Drarry, yeah. I've seen it.
I see it on YouTube all the time. Drarry, Hermione, and everything. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's weird in a way for me, but it's great that so many people have been able to come up with their own very unique stories. I'm not sure what JK would make of it, but yeah, I'm sure she.
Thanks. Nice to meet you.
No worries. Thanks. Nice to meet you too.
Oh, awkward.
Touch.
I'm Anna from Iowa.
Hi, Anna from Iowa.
I'm just wondering, while you were filming the Harry Potter movies, who did you bond most with on set?
No one. They're all a bunch of it's weird, really. I suppose all of them in our own ways. I hung out with the Slytherin crew a lot. Jamie, Josh, and Louis Cordes. We spent a lot of time together the last few years. They were a good bunch of scallywags, to say the least. Daniel's always been a bit of an inspiration and a good friend of mine. But yeah, also the adults, if I can call them that, the parents. Jason Isaacs, he played a very let's hear it. Jason, Alan Rickman, Michael Gambon, they were all incredibly. They looked after me. It was a very nerve-wracking place to be sometimes, and these guys were all very sweet, and I feel very honoured to be able to call them friends.
Well, thanks.
Thanks, lovely.
My name is Lydia, and I'm from Iowa, and I was wondering, I'm sorry, but I honestly thought that one of the funniest parts in Phantom of the Apes, when Caesar was in the cage and you were feeding them and he threw the food at you, how many takes did you have to do?
Enough. That was not a good day. That stuff was grimy. Yeah, I forget what it was now, but just, yeah, it was horrible. It did it several times, again and again. It's one of those things you have to just, suck it up, I suppose. But the worst thing is, obviously, once you do it, you know it's coming. So you're picking it up and you start wincing before he's even thrown it. And the director's like, no, you don't know he's going to throw it. You try to pretend you don't. And you end up going in your mouth. And yeah. I'd completely forgotten about it, but thanks for reminding me. That was a terrible day's film. Thank you, lovely. Hi.
Hi. So in Order of the Phoenix, you were ready to go kick butt with Dolores Umbridge. And then in Half-Blood Prince, we saw this massive evolution, like moving all the way through Deathly Hallows, where you were like, oh, I'm going to kick your butt. And then literally shying away from the dark side, it seemed. It got to a point where I started crying for you. In the film, because you were literally agonizing over, am I really going to kill Professor Dumbledore? Am I really going to hurt my own peers, you know?
I was gonna.
Okay, so the question I guess I'd reckon to have is, that was weird, emotionally, did that really affect you? To go through such a huge arc of emotions, of I hate Harry Potter, he's the worst ever, as Dumbledore, all the way to, at the end you seem furious at your acting dad, and don't touch me, I don't want to be part of any of this.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
And
it was a total change.
that's hugely insightful of you. You certainly picked up on everything we were trying to convey. So, no.
So emotionally, did you really go through metamorphosis?
I mean, let me start by saying thank you. It doesn't tire hearing those things. It's nice to know that even years after we finished that, these films are still resonating with people. That's it means a lot. So thank you. No, it didn't send me on an emotional journey, to be honest with you. I hate to have a boring answer. No, it's a weird one because for myself, my worry is working with these actors one-on-one and not embarrassing myself royally. That's my concern. I've already mentioned working with with Alan and Michael. It's working with these guys that actually made me able to enjoy it. And we do it in such small pieces. I mean, we spend 99% of the day as Tom, as Alan, as Michael, and then that 1% where we have to, pretend to kill him. Yeah, it's a very small part of the day. So it's hard in that respect for it to be. It's not emotionally draining when you come home at the end of the day. The only thing that's emotionally draining is, was it okay? Did I do all right? You're constantly critiquing. I think most actors aren't really happy with what they do. So it was. That was actually, you mentioned the killing Dumbledore scene. That was actually a very emotional day for me. Not for the acting, but just for being there and getting through it. And David Yates did a thing when he gets, this is the director of the last 4 films, when he got what he wanted, he jumped up and down and clapped like a schoolgirl. And he did it regularly, and it was a really reassuring sign to see at the end of the day. So yeah, I can remember having a few tears of joy that day. I was very happy.
It's really cool.
Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate your comments.
All right, now we do only have just a few more minutes left, so I'm sorry not everybody's going to be able to get their questions in, so we can ask quickly. Go right ahead.
We're getting so far away from this thing. It's crazy. Okay. I gave up my question to ask my friend's question because she's obviously too shy to come up here. She wants to record it. She's in the front row to your right. And she's been trying to get you to reply to her on Twitter for 3 years. And I only want you to reply just so you can embarrass her. I want you to say something so embarrassing to her.
I can't promise anything, but I'll, yeah.
I think you should do that.
What's your Twitter handle? What's your Twitter handle?
Oh, her Twitter name is _KShiv.
I will look out for it. If I don't give her grief, someone else, please.
All right, we'll move on to the next question. We have a lot more people. Come on up, don't be scared.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm Marie from Chicago Nerd, and this is Sarah.
Hi.
Hey.
And I was wondering, can you sing your song if it could be anywhere?
It's a very sweet request.
Just a little bit.
I really, as much as I appreciate your demanding me doing so,
He's got to prep his voice a little bit. He's been talking for 45 minutes.
Yeah, no. Thank you, though. I do really appreciate it. I'm not trying to sound like an ass, but I feel I would do irrefutable damage if I use that. So thank you for asking.
We'll move on to the next question.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Marissa from Colorado.
Hi.
And I don't know if this is true, but I heard that for the 3rd movie, the scene right before Buckbeak gets killed, Hermione punches Draco in the face. Was that actually in the original script, or did you guys just do that?
No, it was there. Yeah, definitely. She didn't do it out of. That'd have been random if she just smacked me. I recall it being a slap. It changed somewhere along the lines, and I recall actually rehearsing this.
Yeah, because I heard that you like practice and it was supposed to be like a slap, so I was just wondering like how it got to a punch.
I don't know, she just got carried away on the day, I guess. You don't mess with Hermione, man, she wanted to knock you out. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, she kept her distance, yeah, although it looked close, I can assure you my nose kept out of harm's way.
Thank you.
Thank you, lovely.
Hi, I'm Brittany from Rockford.
Hey.
And my question, Tom, is your character Draco and Ronald Weasley, vile enemies in the movies.
Sure.
I've seen images on Facebook. I'm pretty sure they're older. I think in one photo you're wearing an I Love Rupert Grint shirt, and he's wearing an I Love Draco Malfoy. I was wondering if that was like a combined effort.
We love each other.
That's great. I was just wondering.
It was a random. Rupert very kindly came to the Rise of the Eights premiere in Los Angeles with me, and he had a white T-shirt and he drew "I Love Tom Felton" on there, I think. So yeah, and then I had I forget who made it for me now. Someone made me an "I Love Ron Weasley" T-shirt, so I thought I'd wear it for the opening of the WB studio tour. So yeah, I got a lot of love for Rupert. He's a handsome chap.
Alright, well, thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Lily.
Hi, I'm Gracie from Louisville.
Hi, Gracie.
I was just wondering, when I first saw Draco, I noticed his almost unnaturally blonde hair.
Almost, yeah. Sure.
And I was just wondering, how long did it take you to get it that blonde?
Too long. A long time. Several coats of God knows what went in my hair to get it that colour. They have to, because I'm quite, not dark hair, but my this actually is dyed as well. This isn't my hair colour. I haven't seen my real hair colour since I was born, apparently. But, it took several coats or layers of peroxide, if that's the correct terminology, I don't know. And then you have your roots done once a week, which sounds incredibly cool when you drop that to your lads. You know, sorry guys, I'm gonna go and get my roots touched up. So you can see why I was so popular. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the backside, to be honest with you, but it was better than wearing a wig. So yeah, I got used to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi Tom,
Hi,
I'm Tara from Joliet.
Hi Tara.
I was wondering, I know in the movies you're a Slytherin. Do you think you're like a real Slytherin if you went to school as Tom?
Undoubtedly, come on. I'm amazed and flabbergasted to why there are so many voluntary Gryffindors here today. Come on, surely if we had the choice, we're all just going to be in Slytherin, no? I thought it was common sense. I'm thrilled to see that you're wearing a home colours robe, so yeah. Points for effort, lovely.
Alright, thank you.
No worries.
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
I'm Erin from Rockford, Illinois.
Awesome.
I wanted to ask not so much who is your favorite professor reading the books, but if you actually went to Hogwarts and took classes, who do you think your favorite professor to learn from would be?
Again, it's that hard trying to imagine myself at Hogwarts. It's like, that freaks me out. Slughorn.
Nice.
He's pretty fun, right? He's kind of light-hearted. You know, he's not kind of militant. I think
He's pretty cool.
He's better than Snape, right? yeah, I'll stick with him.
You're doing a lot more. All right, so the next question, you are the last question right
Thank
after.
you. I'm sorry, I had to be the bad guy.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
I was wondering if you could say Potter like you always do in the movie.
It's a really strange request, but okay. Potter. That's a very easy party trick for me to do.
You just bust that out, like
All the
just a
time.
real lull in
Walk
conversation.
around going, Potter, Potter. I'm glad you appreciate it, that's awesome.
One last Comic-Con question for myself.
Sure.
Strangest thing you've had to sign?
Body parts.
In particular, which
Oh,
ones?
let your imagination run wild. Yeah, I can't even remember. It's probably a good thing that I can't remember what exactly it was. But yeah, no, lots of good stuff. I haven't really signed anything too awkward, but
Okay.
I think an old lady's cry.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you up here with the Comic-Con.
Thank you.
underneath 4 chairs. If you find the sticker underneath your chair, you're going to come right up here to the screen and find the girls in the Felt Force shirts. Once again, Tom Felton.
Nothing under your chair?